Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny, your favorite dividend investors out here in all of media. Two stocks that are popping up in stock price, up well over 25% this year, guys. Is it time for me to sell?
Ooh, love this question. Smash that subscribe button, everybody. Give this video a thumbs up. Holla at your boys. The Dividend Diplomats. It's always fun to see should you take some gains off the table. It's always fun to see should you sell and take those profits. Man, oh man. Lanny,
Those
what's
profits, those monies, those dollars.
with that big pop-up pump just going there? Yeah.
Holla, if you hear me. But guys, we got two stocks here to talk about. Two stocks that I've talked about a lot on this channel, probably for the better part of 2 years. Two stocks that I've been looking to exit. One I did actually in my portfolio, but my wife still holds one in her Roth, actually still. And then another stock that, again, similar story, been talking about for a long time, and they're finally coming out of the gut of May. Climbing well over 25% as well, getting some true value back because it's almost $400 or $500 in value that has been added to my position this year. So we're going to see if it's time for me to exit or if I should hold on a little bit longer to finally say goodbye. Go ahead, Bert.
Goodbye, stranger. It's
Yeah.
been nice. It's going to be fun because it'd be so nice to exit positions. Just clear the slate, cut some down.
Especially positions that don't pay you a dime in dividends.
Yeah, and especially ones that have been laggards for so long. It anchors in your portfolio, especially as we're trying to reach financial freedom.
Yeah, and again, guys, note to self: the first stock that we're about to talk about today, my wife's Roth account, because it was from a spinoff. Note to self, note to you guys: majority of the times you should sell the spinoff stock that you receive. It typically doesn't work out, and there's a reason why they spin off, guys. But let's get into it, guys. So the first stock that is up 27.81% since the start of the year.
Mm.
And we are filming this on July 24th, guys. The first stock that's in my dividend stock portfolio that doesn't pay a dividend, shock, I know, pick your jaw up off the ground, is Warner Brothers Discovery in my wife's Roth IRA account.
Your Roth.
Yeah.
Yes. Warner Brothers Discovery. It's actually funny. I have a very similar situation. I sold it in my account, but it's in my wife's Roth account too. So we have a very similar way out here. So let's talk through this. Warner Brothers entered the year at $10.57. Closing price as of today, Lanny, $13.51. Wow, that is a 28% increase, increasing in value of $2.94.
Yeah, $2.94 share price in just 6.5 months. Pretty decent. Finally getting some momentum. I feel like they're cutting costs, showing profitability, and then Bert, isn't there some other thing swirling around right now about Warner Brothers Discovery as well?
Yeah, another spinoff and another split for Warner Brothers. They're looking to separate. I pulled up the article June 9th. They intend to separate into two media companies. One focus on Warner Brothers Television, HBO Max, and the other splits off the CNN TNT Sports Discovery. So
do you know when the timing of that is by any chance?
let me check this article. It is not committing to it. But oh wait, the separation is expected to be completed
next year
by mid 2026.
Oh, another year holding the back. So there is that potential, guys, for Warner Brothers to continue to go up. Keep in mind, this position is only $383.17. So very small position here for my wife's account, again, because she holds AT&T, which is very funny because she is up quite a bit on that position of AT&T. Again, the goal that we should have done looking back, because AT&T, even though they reduced their dividend when they got rid of DirecTV and then spun off their media division, probably just sell it, take the proceeds, and buy more AT&T stock. You would have
Yeah.
been probably a lot happier. Let me tell you that much. So $383 in the Roth. Again, doesn't do us really much good right now, but paying $0 in dividends. So, and it's already surged 28%. So that's stock one.
Yeah. I mean, also like to that point, if it increases 10%, $38. Like,
Yeah. Ooh.
yes.
Let's get into the second position here. This darn stock is finally making some great noise here, possibly because the merger might be closing. Maybe I can't. I don't feel good that it is. I don't know why. Um,
They
but
got
Paramount,
FCC approval tonight for the Skydance merger.
they did
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. It on Seeking Alpha, July 24th at 6:35 p.m. Because I was looking up to see if something
God,
happened. It's a live reaction, everybody. I didn't realize it. That's just what popped up on Seeking Alpha as I pulled it up. They approved the company's acquisition by Skydance.
wow. So guys, this is live reaction. Again, wow, that is amazing. Yep, FCC right from their website. They approved of the deal. It was an $8 billion acquisition. Skydance acquiring Paramount Global.
Yeah.
So that's very solid. You gotta love that. That's great for the stock, obviously, except the
Finally.
stock's market cap is 9.35 billion. So I think there's supposed to be some extra cash that goes to the shareholders. We'll have to uncover the details there.
I
But,
yeah,
but
this you keep I don't want to go down this road. Just keep going.
yeah, it's messy. Now the stock started the year at $10.46, and they have surged up to $13.46, a 27% return so far this year. That's pretty significant, especially for me. It's in my taxable account. I
Wow,
hold about $2,563.
that's huge. Um, that's great. The question is,
You hold it?
I do. I was pulling that up. I have 1,500 in the taxable account. I have it in another place too. So give me a second. 897. So I bought 2,400. A slightly less smaller position than you. So by a few hundred. Not a lot. Woohoo.
Nice. So yeah, I know we're supposed to get $15 per share. So that's kind of always been my target. So now that it got approval, let's see here. What is again? Those videos coming out on Sunday. If we look at the after hours market, it is up 1.43%, only 19 cents. So again, if it's supposed to be if Class B shareholders, which is what we are, gets acquired for $15 per share, then we're still quite a ways off, guys. We're still a couple, again, 15%, let's call it, away.
Yeah, and this one's a little different than the Warner Brothers Discovery because you don't have that finite point like you do for Paramount. Paramount, you know what the end number is.
It should.
Yes, in theory, yes, you're right. You should. It's 15 if that's what the acquisition price was. I can't remember off the top of my head. So whatever it is, that's what it is. Warner Brothers is a little bit of a more of a mystery box because you don't know what's going to happen and you don't know how the company's going to split off and how that's going to change. So question is, what are your thresholds right now, Lanny? So what do you consider? We know Paramount for Warner Brothers at 1351. Do you have a target exit price in mind?
It's interesting because it's like, okay, what's the value of the spinoff? I think I'm gonna have to look at that because if it's $383 right now and say the value adds another 200, then yeah, I'd hold because $200 in addition to this is a generous return, way better than what I think I could do anywhere else for $383. Um, so I think at Warner, I'm just going to hold, to be honest, knowing that there's a deal in place. And
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 what will
see,
be interesting with that when we learn more about it, because there's still more to come, obviously, it's how much debt's going from one institution to the other. Because you know what's plagued WBD over all these years is the debt burden that AT&T gave them during the spinoff.
mm,
Where's the debt going to be split? Are they going to stick it all with this new entity and say, yeah, or split it up? And yeah, I guess the question is, what is it going to look like in these legacy networks?
yeah, and again, the goal medium term is not to own Warner Bros. Because it doesn't pay a single dime in dividends, and I just don't think that there's enough synergies that you can do to squeeze as much out of these lemons here. So ultimate is still the exit, but when is more of my thing. I'm not exiting yet. Now Paramount, granted, we just found out that they did get FCC approval. I'm more inclined to hold until at least $15 per share. I want to see if there's anything else shareholders are supposed to get. I think it's either to get shares of the new Class B of the new stock or $15. If I see them cross over 15, that I might be inclined to sell.
Yeah.
And take a huge loss of over $3,000.
Yeah. I don't know why with Paramount, but for some reason, um, I'm excited to see what the younger Ellison son can do with this company because it's almost like I'm not going anywhere near like the politics or anything, but like Paramount for the longest time just seemed to not be able to get out of its own way in terms of content, how they brought content to consumers. It was terrible. The Paramount Plus app is awful. It's not a good user experience. So like, how can the younger Ellison reshape this company to take all of their IP, their NFL contract, and do more with it than ever was done before by Sherry Redstone? That's what's interesting to me.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, I at least feel more optimistic about Paramount than I do Warner Brothers, but do I feel great about either? No. Do I feel better than Dow? Yes.
Here's the question. Again, I'm sitting on like almost $3,500 loss on Paramount. Big loss if I sell.
I'm right there with you. Do you have a
6 or
gain that you're trying to offset too? I mean, that's, I guess, a question I have for you.
7. I don't know. I'll have to look back at Spartan Nash's deal.
Ooh. Ooh. Because, yeah, that's where you could pick up some extra benefit from it. If you have a 1-for-1 gain you're trying to offset. Bada
Yeah.
bing, bada boom.
Yeah. And one less position, obviously, again, guys. So I'm inclined to possibly hit the sell button at 15 with Paramount. And then I think I'm holding right now on Warner Brothers Discovery. If I sell Paramount, proceeds either go to SCHD, VYM, VO, or VIG. Not sure yet, guys.
Well, what would you do, everybody? If you are holding Warner Brothers and you are holding Paramount, what are your potential exit prices? Are you taking the gains running? Are you rolling the dice and seeing how far these streamers can run, baby?
Let us know what you guys are doing with these two dud of stocks, but good stocks as of late. Like the video, subscribe to this gosh darn channel, guys. And let me tell you something, brother. You're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert the Hurt and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.